Hey everybody, this is Chris, and this is Chris's Entre journey. And if you haven't caught up from the beginning, you know, um, so I had a gap. I had a gap about a month, and so I started picking back up, and I didn't want to just pretend like I didn't have that gap, so I restarted the numbering. This is video 4 of a 90-day challenge. So I'm determined to go 90 days with a video every day. So this is day 4 after my reboot. Going through the Entre Institute training, wanting to just document and share the thoughts and feelings and experience I have with Entre Institute. Currently going through the implementation boot camp, and I'm actually at the very end of it. The last module, module 4, I have for the most part completed. So the reason I say for the most part, in that one of the last things you do is to create a 12-month implementation plan. Your coach wants to see the first 2 weeks. So I've gone through and I've gone through the first 12 weeks of it, and I'm not sure. Maybe I'm getting it wrong. Maybe I misunderstood. That is, the intention is not that you fill out the whole 12 months. Because Jeff Lerner, he actually talks about how him and his business partner Adam, they get together every month, every quarter, or before. All right. The way the implementation plan is broken up is it's broken up by quarter. So your 12 months is, you've got 4 quarters, and each quarter has 12 weeks. So it's an approximation of the time, right? So anyway, what Jeff has stated is that he and Adam, they get together and talk about the next quarter's goals, right? So it's not that you're not necessarily going to be able to fill out everything for a year. Now, I was able to fill out the goals for the year. That may just be because of where I am. Really what I kind of stole from Jeff, because in the training, he goes over what he would possibly put down. Lost light there. Don't know what happened. There we go. I'm not sure why that. Anyway, he goes over what he would put down, and everything he had for the year I felt was appropriate for where I am and what I'm going to be expecting to do to accomplish within those quarters, right? So I was able to go through and fill out now the weeks as for what I was going to work on during the week, what I was going to get accomplished during the week. For all the weeks in that first quarter. And to be honest, I could probably go a few more weeks, because it was really about doing the Entre affiliate program. That's what I'm going to start out with, is the Entre affiliate program, and getting into setting up the sales funnel, setting up the email, and then you can use ClickFunnels for your sales funnels, Aweber for your email, which is I've already signed up with Aweber, and I'm probably going to use ClickFunnels as well for the sales funnel. So, and then running the ads, right? And starting out with Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. So I've done Facebook ads before for other endeavors. I haven't done YouTube or Instagram ads. Another one that is in their affiliate training, or no, actually, it's ad skills training. Yeah, the ad skills training. So they have a module on the ad skills training, and because I got the whole package, I have that. But the ad skills training, it's got the three I mentioned. It's got the Google pay-per-click, right, which I'm familiar with that as well. And that's the only thing that, well, not the only thing. I can't remember if they had another one other than those four, but that was probably it. So I could have possibly added the Google pay-per-click, right, to my timeline, and that would have pushed me into the following quarter. But at this point in time, I've got enough. I think that what I'll do is, after 2-3 weeks of following that plan, kind of assess where I am, have more of an idea of what's going to come later, because my intention is with the affiliate stuff to get the Entre affiliate implementation up and running well, right, through the split testing, and the split testing on all levels, split testing on the ads, the funnel, and the email stream. And I was wondering, as I was putting my plan together, and I actually put a note in there, but that your downstream stuff, right? So you have your ad, and then you have where they go from the ad, and that could be all the same, right? The sales funnel. And there goes my light again. I don't know what is up with that tonight. So the sales funnel, all your ads, for Entre, which would be mine in this instance, could go to the same sales funnel page, right? And then, of course, that feeds into your email list, which is now, your emails. But so my thought was, okay, well, are the audiences going to react the same to those different pieces of the puzzle, right? So I already have split testing on the ads, and those are going to be different, or they could be very similar but only slightly different because of the formatting of the platform or whatever. But perhaps you might find that a Facebook user reacts differently to an email than Instagram or YouTube. Not sure if that's the case, but I guess that's the whole reason behind split testing. I may be overcomplicating it, and it's one of the things. Start getting into it. That's one of the things that you would perhaps want to coach for, right? So hopefully you have someone who has a lot of experience in this area, obviously, considering the amount you pay for coaches out there in this area, in this context. You definitely should have someone that's got a lot of experience, that if I ask this specific question, they would say, okay, well, you 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 should do this, or yes, it's going to matter. You should segregate your list based upon where they came from, or you should segregate your funnel based upon where they came from. That segregates your list, that then sends them different emails based upon split testing, right? So that's one of the things. But so that kind of gets me, one of the things at the end of the implementation boot camp is their, Entre, Jeff, and them, they're talking about their next level offerings for us, the coaching and the inner circle. And I think I mentioned it the last video. We're not talking about anything that's cheap, but if you're talking about, so I won't mention specific numbers for the coaching, but it's not cheap. So let's say $10,000 for a few months of coaching, right? And you're going to get a few coaching sessions a month, one-on-one. Now, so that sounds like a lot. Let's say it's 3. So you're going to pay $10,000 for 9 coaching sessions. So you're, over $1,000 a coaching session. And that sounds like a lot when you're in the frame of mind of trading time for money, right? I make good money right now in my professional career, but over $1,000 an hour, no, and that's assuming the coaching session is about an hour. I'm not even close to that. But if you turn it around and you say, okay, well, not what are you paying them per hour of your time, but what are you getting in return for the money you spend? So let's say you lone wolf it for a year, and after a year, you're making $30,000 a month. Okay, which is phenomenal. That's good. That's good. I wouldn't be complaining about that. But okay, so $30,000 a year, and let's say it's not a linear curve that you're going to grow on. Certainly not. So you're going to go through and be getting stuff set up, and you're going to be learning and all that stuff. And it's, you have that hockey stick curve, right? And then it's going to start rising after you kind of are down here for a while. So you end the year at $30,000 a month. You're probably hitting $20,000 a month. That's say around the 9th month. Let's even say the 7th month. So let's say on average you do something like $5,000 a month, right? So over the next year, you're going to make an additional $60,000, which, like I said, it's not bad, and you're on that upward curve. It's not like you're going to stay at 60, right? You're already in there, and you're at $30,000 a month. The next year, if you don't improve at all, is $360,000. That's great. But let's say you get coaching, and for the first 3 months, so you pay $10,000, you get 3 months in coaching, And because of the coaching, at the end of 3 months, you're starting to hit that $20,000 level, right? So now you can look at your average. Let's pretend like it doesn't even go up from there. So you've got 9 months at 20,000, and the other 3 months, let's pretend they're zero, right? So that's 180,000 over 12 months. That's $15,000 a month on average. So now you can see the coaching in that scenario. And I'm not saying, these are no kind of documented numbers. I'm just saying uh, what can possibly be the outcome of good coaching, right? Because it's talking about, you want to get from point A to point Z, where A is you're starting out and you're learning, and Z is, okay, you got the system figured out and you're scaling. You want to get there as fast as possible. Well, if you have a training program to teach you, then that does a lot, right? That may, let's say that gets you from A to M. And that's why you can actually start making money and start scaling in a relatively, not short, but a reasonable amount of time, right? But if you have someone sitting there who's gone through it and has the experience, that you can ask questions, and they'll ask you questions, and you can feed them, okay, well, I'm doing this, and oh, I also thought about this, and they can say, yeah, don't do that, and here's why. That experience is worth a whole lot of money. And I say this scenario kind of illustrates how that experience can be worth a whole lot of money, because in our first scenario, without the coaching, you're talking about $60,000 extra you made that year. And then in the second scenario, you're talking about $180,000. So 3 times more. Really, I mean, that's not from anything. Those are just numbers I'm making up. What I'm just trying to say is, I'm trying to illustrate what a coach does for you. Yeah, honestly, I mean, with the numbers, for the Entre coaching, like, and they have tiered, right? You can pay for a whole year. You can. They also have the inner circle, where you get direct access to Jeff and Adam, and I don't question the value of that, but at this point where I am, I cannot afford to do that. And in the end, they'll bundle the coaching and the inner circle access. So there's no way that I'm able to do that right now. I don't have the financial resources. I don't have the credit. I don't have the relatives who have the availability to financial resources like that. But anyway, so what I've been thinking about for myself is the short term 3 months of coaching, so 1 quarter of coaching, just because, like I said, I do realize the benefit of getting coaching in there. Um, so I'll let you know. I still, I think tomorrow we're going to have our group meeting on the module 4, which is the last one we just finished up. And then I believe it's supposed to have an individual call with the coach and ensure that, one of the things that we'll discuss is my options with the coaching and the inner circle, and what I want to do, what I can do, everything around that. So, other than that, what I'm doing personally is I'm also starting to go back through the affiliate accelerator, uh, which is a course, a course in Entre that goes over the affiliate information. And I've gone through it once before, just kind of listening. Now I'm going back through it because, I've got that within my implementation plan. So now it's going back through and implementing it according to my plan, and actually standing everything up. Like I said, creating the funnels, getting Aweber set up with the emails and all that. So anyway, I think that's enough for tonight. This ended up being a little bit longer of a video, but if you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe below so you can see the follow-on videos. And I will talk to you tomorrow.